3, 2, 1.
I couldn't have planned that any better. Welcome to Project 308. My name is Trottier, and if this is your first time here, this is all about my 1978 Ferrari 308 GTS that I am restoring for you right in front of your eyes. The good and the bad, because there's a lot of bad. Well, I was going to take these outside and power wash them, but you know what? It's mid-November. It's actually closer to late November in Toronto, and it's miserable outside, so I got to do it here. Welcome to Project 308 and the first video of 2024. I have decided to leave the interior work for later on in the season and get to the point where I can actually prepare the car so that maybe I could drive it next summer. In order to do that, I need to focus on stuff that actually makes the car move, as opposed to just look pretty. So I wasn't planning on taking that sender out, but I'm looking in there and it does not look fantastic. There's a lot of rust from the bracketry of the sender that is sitting in the bottom of that tank. Oh boy. Debris that is sitting in the bottom of a tank will eventually get sucked up. The filter will catch most of it, and then a big chunk will take out the filter, and then I'll end up with crap in carburetors. So I got to keep digging in these tanks and try and get all the rust out of them. I'm going to take them to a gas tank repair shop to have them serviced, because I'm not happy with the way that looks. Now, I took these tanks out to a gas tank repair shop rebuilder with the intent of having them service them and clean them, and they told me no. Basically, when they are working on a metal tank, if they have problem getting access to the tank, in the guts of the tank, they cut a hole in it and they service the tank, coat it, and then they re-weld it back up and send it on its way. Because these tanks are aluminum, whatever way you say it, they can't service them. So I'm stuck trying to clean them up. After quite a bit of cleaning, it seemed to be okay, so I decided to move on to the next phase, which was to coat the tanks with a POR 15 product. Surprisingly close. Well, I've never used this product before, but it does say after you do the initial shaky, you have to let it sit for 2 hours per side. Set timer 2 hours. Alright, so looking at the sender, it does not look savable to me. Like it's not even drooping down like it's supposed to. I'm going to take a look at it. Worst case scenario, I have to order another one, but it looks pretty bad. I'm not going to waste my time. Despite the fact that I don't want to buy another one, I would like to know how much fuel I have when I'm driving. Someday. Someday far off in the distance. Alright, this thing is completely and totally fried. I'm never going to save this. So I've gotten it apart just to show you how it works. This is the float level. That would be empty. That would be full. The least amount of resistance there, the most amount of resistance there. When the fuel is full, the resistance is going to be high, which is going to tell the gauge one thing. When the fuel is low, it's going to be closer, and that would mean less resistance. And there's also this little point right here, which would be the low fuel level light. So we've got two wires and a ground. One of them is the fuel level variable. One of them is right there, which would turn that fuel light on. So when the fuel got right there, boom, it would turn the light on. But as you can see, there's not much of anything left of this. I got these pads the gas tanks sit on. I'm going to replace them. I'm going to work in the back end for a bit. I'm just going to put the tank in for a second and see what I get. Alright. Looks to me like this one just got cut in half and they kind of taped it back together. The other side's got two stacked on top of each other. That's kind of crazy, but I know now that I don't need the two. I just need one. Alright, so this stuff has sort of left a film on there that is peeling off, so I'm not in love with the process. Maybe I did it wrong. It is right about here that I'm starting to recognize the gravity of what an effing mess this has turned into. Holy... Getting angry now and somewhat aggressive. So I've got a baffle running right here in the tank. Right there, so I can't seem to get to that side, so I'm going to try. I'm going to go shopping for some stuff. Alright, so despite the cold weather, I've actually power washed these a couple times. cannot seem to get out the flaking stuff on the inside. What I have done is ordered some acid-based gas tank cleaner, which hopefully will get in there and chew all that stuff out, man. Alright, so nothing's working. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to cut a hole in the side of it. Cut a hole in the side of it.
Man, oh man, it just never ends! Despite my misery, look at Lou getting the in-the-tank camera shot for you.
So this is a chunk of the stuff I took out. You can see the back side. This is the film that was inside the tank. This is the Pour 15 product. And I believe what's going on here is the stuff that was stuck to the tank, the Pour 15 stuck to this stuff and not to the tank material itself. And I believe had I been able to take this tank to somebody to have them to clean it properly, maybe this would not have happened. I'm not 100% sure, but even this stuff, it's a little thick in places. Maybe I kind of left it too long, but I'm definitely not going to be using that stuff on the other tank. I need to start thinking about repairing this tank. This is the piece that I cut out, and it is too small. There's too much of a gap for me to fill, so I'm going to come up with a new plan for this. Right there.
Close my eyes. Okay. Yes. That stuff's even bright when my eyes are closed.
Well, no one's ever going to accuse me of having the prettiest welds because I can't weld that well, but I got the job done, and compared to the welds that I see inside the tank, I did okay. Now I got to figure out a way to pressure test it.
Well, yes, maybe I should have secured these a bit better, but I'm about to find out the hard way.
3, 2, 1.
I couldn't have planned that any better. Yeah. That might make a blooper.
So far, so good. And now for a water test. It's surprisingly heavy.
Alright, so I hit it with some high build primer just to kind of make it look like it did originally. And I put the paint on it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Not bad for a hack. And it doesn't leak. Yay! Yeah. You're stuck and you don't know what to do? Is that like you've fallen and you can't... Alright, I'm coming. My work is never done. Right, so let's assume that this is going to be the bottom of the tank right here, and that's empty. So I'm gonna go with the bottom of the tank. It's probably right around there somewhere. Alright. Now if we take a look at this one, if I put that there, that's approximately the bottom of my tank. As you can see right here, that's not going to read empty. Empty is right there, according to this. Now if I bend this a bit, like this, so if I go back to my pivot point, if I bend this here and tuck that up a bit, me no likey, must think more. Getting closer. Alright, go back to here. Bottom of the tank. Top of the tank. So you can see that there's a little spot down in there for it to go. So now what I've got to do is I've got to get the orientation right so that fits into there. Fuel, F for fuel, L for level. So when I go to put them in the car, I know which one. So that one there will be the fuel, that one will be the level sensor. So changing this filler neck is apparently also a fairly large task according to the Ferrari forums. Even though the engine's not in the car, I'm struggling to get the tank back into position. The hose is just not really doing what I think it's supposed to do. Well, look who just showed up. You got nothing better to do than hang out here. So he's gonna help me put the tank in right now. Yeah, it's really happening. So, you see my problem now, don't you? Let me try and turn. So I think we're gonna hold back a little bit. They say this can be done in the car. Grab my pry bar.
It's going to fall in. I have about 2 inches to travel and then it falls in. Yeah.
Oh, man. Can you imagine trying to do that in the car?
In the car?
With an engine in?
No.
As always, thank you for watching Project 308. Thank you for liking, subscribing, all that stuff, and living life with me. Till the next time, we'll catch you soon and have a good winter.